Now we discuss the use of definition of gamma function for determining the various results, or you can call them as properties of gamma function. What is the first property of a gamma function? Gamma 1 is equal to 1. The first property of gamma function is gamma 1 is equal to 1. So in place of n, I have to put the value as 1. By definition of gamma function, we have gamma n is equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. I am interested in obtaining the value for gamma 1. So put n is equal to 1. So gamma 1 will be integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power 1 minus 1. X to the power 1 minus 1 means x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is 1. So ultimately I am left with the integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x dx. What is integration of e to the power minus x? It is e to the power minus x upon minus 1. Limits to be put as 0 to infinity. When you put upper limit as infinity, e to the power minus infinity will give you 0. E to the power 0 will give you 1. Minus of minus will become plus, and therefore I get the result as gamma 1 is equal to 1. And that is how we can have the first result available with us with the use of the definition of gamma function, that is gamma 1 is equal to 1. How to read this? Gamma 1 is equal to 1. Second property, gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n, or it is n factorial. This is a factorial notation. So gamma n plus 1 can be written as n gamma n, or it is n factorial for n greater than 0, and for n as non-negative, that means positive integer. N greater than 0 hona chahiye for this result, and n should be positive integer, that is non-negative integer for n factorial, because n factorial, a factorial of any number can be only existing for the positive numbers. Negative number factorial doesn't exist. 0 factorial is 1, 1 factorial is 1. So always n should be greater than 0 for n gamma n, because gamma exists. Definition of a gamma function exists only for n greater than 0. Similarly, gamma of negative number doesn't exist. We want to calculate gamma for the positive number only. So we have factorial only for the positive numbers. So there are two results which we can use as per our convenience or the need for the gamma of n plus 1. By definition, gamma n is equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. Put n is equal to n plus 1. I will be now calculating gamma of n plus 1. Gamma n plus 1 is integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n plus 1 minus 1 whole dx. So gamma n plus 1 is integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n dx. Now how to solve this integral? Integration can be solved by applying integration by parts. Integration by parts means we will be applying which rule? Lie rule. As per the Lie rule, exponential will be the second function, algebraic will be the first function. So accordingly, integral 0 to infinity x to the power n into e to the power minus x dx. X to the power n as it is, integration of e to the power minus x is e to the power minus x upon minus 1. Limits to be put as 0 to infinity minus integral 0 to infinity derivative of the first term n into x to the power n minus 1 into integration of this e to the power minus x upon minus 1 dx. When you put upper limit as infinity, e to the power minus infinity is 0. When you put lower limit as 0, 0 into any term is 0. So first bracket will be 0, or it will be nil, null value. Minus of minus will become plus. N multiplied by integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. This is by definition a gamma function. So what I am getting over there, 0 plus n gamma n, and that is what on the LHS we had gamma n plus 1. So I am able to put the value as gamma n plus 1 is equal to n gamma n. Applying this rule, whatever is the value, it is decrementing by 1. So gamma n बाहर निकलने के बाद क्या होगा, डिक्रीमेंट बाय 1, यानी सब्ट्रैक्शन बाय 1. So n as it is, gamma n will be n minus 1 into gamma n minus 1. फिर n minus 1 में से और एक डिक्रीमेंट होगा तो क्या होगा, n minus 2 into gamma n minus 2. ऐसा करते 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 जाएंगे तो 3 into 2 into 1, यानी अल्टीमेटली वो क्या होता है, n factorial. Continued product of number in the decreasing order, n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3 up to 3 into 2 into 1. This value will never be 0. Therefore, this is equal to n factorial. So gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n, and another way of writing it is n factorial. Gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n, and it is n factorial. So in general, if I have to write down gamma n will be n minus 1 into gamma n minus 1, or it is equal to n minus 1 factorial, because every time splitting it in the number into the plus 1 form, better I consider it as gamma n. Gamma n is n minus 1 factorial. N minus 1 into gamma n minus 1. Looking at this value, I can split this or write this as a whole number n, and then accordingly apply and get to the answer. So this is our second property or the rule wherein we talk about the gamma property, that is gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n or n factorial. In usual practice, we use or apply gamma n as n minus 1 factorial or n minus 1 into gamma n minus 1. For n as 0 or negative integer, we have gamma n as infinity. 0 or negative integer, value of gamma n will be infinity, because it can be obtained from the result. Gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n. So gamma n will be n plus 1 upon n, where n is less than 0. Gamma half is under root of pi. This is very important result. Many a times we have to implement it or use it. Gamma half is equal to under root of pi. And lastly, the property is gamma n into gamma 1 minus n is pi upon sine n pi. Gamma n into gamma 1 minus n is pi upon sine n pi. This is the very important property. इसका proof अपन देखेंगे, but right now you need to keep in mind or remember the important results. What are they? Gamma 1 is equal to 1. Gamma n plus 1 is n gamma n or n factorial. Gamma half is under root of pi. Gamma n into gamma 1 minus n is pi upon sine n pi. That is how we try to conclude with the various properties of the gamma function. By definition of gamma function, we have gamma n is equal to integral 0 to infinity e to the power minus x into x to the power n minus 1 dx. For n greater than 0, the integral exists or it converges for n greater than 0. For n as 0 or negative integer, gamma n is infinity. Gamma half is under root of pi for fraction. And for all other cases, whenever applicable, gamma n into gamma 1 minus n is pi upon sine n pi. I hope this part is